good morning to you, but I'm sorry, we're not open yet.
I know.
That's why the shade is pulled down. We don't officially open until Saturday.
I know that. I was in the coffee shop across the street waiting for you. Do you take your coffee black or with cream and sugar?
Cream and sugar?
There you go.
Well, thank you. Do you take yours black?
No, this is cream and sugar in it too.
What if I wanted mine black?
Well, then I would have gone back and got you one.
Oh, I see.
Only 35% of coffee drinkers take theirs black. I was playing the odds.
Well, good for you. But as I said, we're not open yet. That's why the shade...
Shade is pulled down. Yeah, I know. I'm Sophie Temesco.
Norman Davenport.
How do you do?
I'm fine, but why were you waiting for me?
I want a job. I'm a tailor. A good tailor. My father was a tailor, and his father was a tailor. Temesco and Son.
Oh, I know that shop. Or rather, I knew of them. They closed down last year.
My father died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He left the shop to my idiot cousin, and they sold it to somebody else. And they opened a pet store. A pet store! Oh, God. My father always wanted a son, so he could pass the business on to him. But he had me instead. My father didn't think a woman would make a proper tailor. He didn't think that a man would go to a woman tailor. I told him, I said, Dad, I'm a lesbian. I'd make a great tailor. That wasn't even enough for him.
So, you think you would make a great tailor because you're a lesbian?
You think I wouldn't?
Well, I don't think it would matter.
I was fighting stupid logic with more stupid logic. It didn't work.
So why didn't you just buy the shop from your idiot cousin?
Why should I have to buy something that should rightfully been mine in the first place?
I see.
And I didn't have the money.
Uh-huh. So, well, what makes you think you would make a great tailor, if you don't mind my asking?
I am a great tailor, if you don't mind my bragging.
And where have you worked?
Over the past 5 years, I've been employed as an office temp, a shoe clerk, a fast food restaurant drive-thru coordinator, and I just left my most recent position 2 days ago.
And where was that?
A pet store.
But you have no experience as a tailor.
None.
Well, you profess to being a great tailor.
I am a great tailor.
Well, you can say that, Miss Temesco, but saying it does not make it so.
All right.
Great tailors have earned the right to lay claim to greatness. I have learned my trade from Solomon Broch.
He was one of the best.
He was. I apprenticed under him for 3 years. I watched his every move, his every stitch. Then he sent me off to learn from others. I worked for Henry Chang, Claus, Veermonk, Rupert Madison, each one a master tailor.
They are.
Yeah, they are, and yet I still only consider myself an accomplished tailor. All right, a very accomplished tailor. But yet you come bounding in professing to be some great tailor, and who have you studied under?
Jacob Temesco Jr. and Jacob Temesco Sr.
I don't dispute the quality of your father and grandfather's work, but office temp, shoe clerk, fast food...
Restaurant drive-thru coordinator.
Well, thank you, but these are not the stepping stones to great tailoring.
I am a great tailor. I am.
Again, saying it does not make it so.
Fine. All right. Neck, 15 and a half. Sleeves, 34. Chest, 38. Waist, 36. Inseam, 34 and a half. And you dress on the left.
Well, neck is 15 and a quarter.
That's what you think.
Well, I believe I know the size of my own neck.
Oh, you do you? Oh, well, let's just see. Shall we?
A measuring tape? Oh, please, Mrs. Temesco, this is fruitless, really.
15 and a half.
What?
15 and a half, but don't feel bad. I mean, how often do you measure your own neck?
I can't believe this.
Perhaps a few too many donuts with your coffee recently?
Fine, you are a great measurement taker. But that doesn't make you a great tailor.
I am a great tailor.
stop saying that.
Test me.
Test you?
Ask me about tailoring. Anything at all.
I'm not going to quiz you here. Now, I have things to do. I'm sorry.
Please, just ask me.
Miss Temesco?
Please.
Anything at all?
Anything.
All right. How do you measure for a bespoke suit?
Oh, I said test me. That's hardly a test. Any tailor with their own soul would scoff at that question.
I haven't heard an answer yet.
10 measurements. 5 for the jacket, 5 for the trousers. For the jacket, jacket length. From the neck to the bottom of the suit. Cuff to the crown, half a centimeter above the shoulder bone to the elbow and the elbow to the wrist. Half back from inside the arm to halfway across the back. Chest across the nipples with one finger between the tape and the chest. Waist around the belly button with no finger between the tape and the body. Trousers, outside leg, hip to heel. Inside leg, upper index to heel. Waist, around your waist, above the belt line. Seat across the fullest part of the buttocks. And cuff tight around your ankle. The bespoke suit is more than just a suit. It must look as though it was planted, watered, and grown on you. It corrects your imperfections. If you have a concave chest, it will puff you out. Rounded shoulders, you will be square and broad. If you have one leg shorter than the other, the bespoke suit will make you walk without a limp.
Very good.
Thank you. Can I have a job?
I didn't say there was a job.
Have you already hired your staff?
No, I've hired no one.
Well, you can't run this place all by yourself.
And why not? I don't have clientele yet. I need customers before I need staff. Until then, I can handle the traffic flow quite nicely. Thank you.
No. Do you have a clue how to run a business at all? If you don't have the staff in place when the customers show up, you look like a second-rate operation. Strictly small time. No. You have to have the staff in place from the get-go, Norman. And speaking of traffic flow, this isn't exactly the best location for a clothing store, is it? There's no parking out front, and the entrance is on the side of the building instead of the front where all the foot traffic is.
But I have a window display out front.
Not good enough. People see the window, they look for the door, and then they're gone. No, we need to put a door out front.
We?
All right, fine. I'll do it. I'm very handy. It's a good thing I came along when I did. You're like a babe in the woods.
Actually, Miss Temesco, my business acumen is more finely tuned than you might suspect.
And how's that?
Well, just between you, me, and the fence post here, I have it on good authority that that street right there where the door is will soon become a promenade. City Council will pass the ordinance within days.
A promenade.
Yes, so there will be no end to the foot traffic passing by this door. Believe me, I did my due diligence before purchasing this shop.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I wouldn't want to work for somebody who feels smarter than.
Whom you feel smarter than. And you're not working for me.
Not yet. I like the settee. Good idea. Gives the place class. Ooh, mints too. Nice.
Well, a clothier is not just a store. A clothier is a sanctuary. I want the people to feel at home in here. Relaxed. They're not here to buy a suit. They're here to escape the arduous travails of their life out there.
But you want them to buy something too, right?
In good time, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not yeah. It's yes. Yeah is something you say just before you spit.
Your appointment book, huh?
Yes. I will take this with me each night and sleep with it under my pillow. And when I dream of success, it will seep through the pillow and into this book. Appointments will appear as if I'd willed them to.
So this is the first shop you've owned, right?
Oh, how did you know that?
Due diligence. Plus, this is Halifax. You can't keep a secret in a town this size. So, why'd you wait until now? I mean, what are you? 50?
I have been honing my craft, saving my money. Setting up your own business is not something you rush into. The conditions must be ideal. I want Davenport's Gentleman's Clothing to be a success. A long-standing business, not a fly-by-night.
Hire me then. I can help you do that.
Of course you can, because you are a great tailor.
Oh, finally you're catching on! Took you long enough. Oh,
lovely day this has been, and it's only 10:15. No wonder I sleep until noon. Good morning, gentlemen.
Oh, good morning, madam.
Oh, no, please. Not madam. Alicia Sparrow, how do you do?
Oh, well, I thank you. Good day to you, Mrs. Sparrow. Miss Sparrow.
Yeah, no, Mrs. Sparrow. And you are?
Sophie Temesco.
Oh, you're a woman. Well, isn't life full of little surprises? Well, I absolutely love your shop, Sophie. Absolutely charming.
Well, actually, it's my shop, Mrs. Sparrow.
Oh, I see. Well, it seems I've misjudged you for a second time. Well, congratulations, sir, on your grand opening.
Oh, well, thank you, but the opening isn't until Saturday. That's why the shade is pulled down.
That old shade's really working for you.
So you're closed?
Yes.
As in not open?
Yes.
Dormant?
Correct.
Unable to serve?
Oh, yes, precisely.
Well, that's a pity.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A real shame.
Oh, forgive me.
No, if you're closed, you're closed. It can't be helped. It's just that I wanted to surprise my husband with a suit for his birthday. The best suit that money can buy.
We can do that.
What?
Said what?
You'll be wanting a bespoke suit, I assume?
Well, is there any other kind?
Ooh, made from cashmere wool. Something in the very high supers, 180s and above.
I'm sorry?
Oh, well, that would refer to the fineness of the fibers, Mrs. Sparrow. The higher the numbers, the smoother and silkier the cloth. But, as I said, we're not open yet.
So, the higher the better then.
Pardon me?
The suit, my good man. The higher the numbers, the better the suit.
Not necessarily. The higher the supers, or numbers, can be wrinkle prone and show signs of wear sooner. Shininess and the like. So, I would suggest something in the 150s. It's also less expensive.
Price doesn't matter. Pish and posh with a capital pish. I want the best suit that money can buy.
Well, I would still suggest something in the 150s.
Would you? Would you indeed? What do you think, Sophie?
Well, I think Mr. Davenport makes a good point, Alicia. If your husband were to wear his suit for hours on end, safe for work, but if it were strictly for evenings, then a little wrinkle in wear wouldn't be as great a concern.
Well, I can't imagine being more thoroughly advised on a subject. You two work quite well together.
Yes, people tell us we're like Frick and Frack.
I see that. Well, Frack. My husband would be wearing this to try and impress in his job, so it'd be mainly worn in the workplace. He's an executive with Branch Welford.
Oh, Branch Welford?
Publishing company?
I know who Branch Welford are.
Sounded like you didn't.
Well, I do. So, the 150s then, good.
So you can make the suit.
Oh, for the wife of a Branch Welford executive without question.
Excellent. I'm giddy with excitement.
But a bespoke suit is very precise, and we would need measurements. You said you wanted this to be a surprise.
Yes.
Well, that would make the bespoke almost impossible.
Do you have a photograph of your husband?
A photograph?
I'm sure I do in here somewhere.
Can't measure for a suit from a photograph.
Oh, well, I can.
No, impossible.
You said I was a great measurement taker. I'm about to show you how great.
But you don't work here.
I don't.
No, and
Are you sure?
you don't call customers by their first names. You show respect.
I was making her feel at home here.
You were treating her like a pal.
You said customers should feel at home here.
At home, yes. At a cockfight, no.
Will this do? It was taken 2 years ago at an indie film festival in London.
Oh, indie film festival.
Independent film, not the Hollywood kind.
I know what an indie film is.
It sounded like you didn't. Yes, this will do quite nicely. Now, let me just get my pad and pencil to make some notes. And where are my pad and pencil?
Pardon me?
My pad and my pencil? Where do I keep them?
The pad and pencil behind the counter.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a little bit of an indie film buff myself. Would you care to sit?
Oh, thank you. Actually, my husband's the movie aficionado. My passion is art.
Oh, I see. So while your husband was watching movies, you were at the National Gallery.
Almost every day you've been.
Twice I found it quite mesmerizing.
Well, that's what I love about art. It transports you to another time and another place.
Oh, indeed it does. In fact, sometimes I get so swept up into it, I don't want to come back.
Come back from where?
From that different time. Yes, I always thought I was born too late, that I belong in a different time, another century perhaps.
Which century?
Well, I would think probably the late 1800s.
Why then?
Well, it was far more civilized then, don't you think? People dressed to the nines for an occasion. They had time for the lost art of conversation. They listened to each other without distraction, and they used language in the manner it was intended. And they didn't foist themselves on others. They weren't pushy. Yeah, politeness was the order of the day. Yes, I feel that life was a joy to live back then.
You're not enjoying it now?
Oh, I'm making the best of it now.
Oh, Mr. Davenport, that's no way to live. Life is meant to be celebrated, to be embraced. I mean, who knows if we'll get another one?
Oh, you think there's a chance that we will?
I think there's a better chance that we won't.
Oh, you're not religious?
Affirmative. I'm saving religion for when I need it most. When I'm old and have very little life ahead of me, that's when we fall to our knees and pray to God for a second chance.
Enchanting. Could I offer you anything? A coffee? A tea? We have everything at our disposal.
A pumpkin latte would be nice.
A pumpkin latte. Splendid. Sophie,
Yes?
run across the street and get Mrs. Sparrow a pumpkin latte, would you?
Run across the street
Yes.
and get some coffee.
Please.
Is this in my job description?
You what?
My job description. Is this particular task in my job description? I need to know before I actually carry it out.
You're the embodiment of evil.
I haven't heard an answer yet.
Yes, Beelzebub. It is in your job description.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I hope I can get out of here. What with the magical shade pulled and all. Oh, no. There we go.
Your partner is delightful.
Employee. My employee is delightful.
She certainly is, and she really seems to know her way around a garment.
Well, she tells me that she does.
So, brand new shop. How exciting for you.
Oh, well, it's been a dream of mine for years.
There would be no cars.
I'm sorry?
If you lived in the late 1890s, there'd be very few cars, if any.
Oh, and would that be so bad? I think not. Everywhere you look, people would be strolling. Nobody strolls anymore. We drive, we bike, we jog, but we might even scurry. But nobody strolls.
Do you stroll?
Oh, well, I don't drive, so yes, I stroll quite often.
You don't own a car.
No, I don't. I guess I'm a throwback in many ways.
Yes, your suit, for one.
My suit.
Yes, it looks as though it could be from a different century.
You don't like it?
Oh no, I like it very much. It's a classic.
Oh, well, my mentor, Solomon Brogic, made it for me many years ago. He said that a clothier must dress exceptionally well, but not above his customers. He said that this suit would serve that purpose, and that I should wear it when I owned my own shop, and not before.
Well, now you own your own shop.
And here we are.
Well, Mr. Davenport, you look resplendent.
Oh, well. Thank you, Mrs. Sparrow. Well, let me tell you more about your husband's suit. Cashmere wool is a natural, breathable material, good for summer or winter wear, and it falls exceptionally well, I cannot tell you. Yes. Well, It's truly magnificent. The wool is obtained from the hair of the cashmere goat, which is native to, well, Kashmir, in northwestern India. Yes. And the wool is obtained from the animal by combing rather than clipping, which gives it a softer, more complete feel. Yes, it's truly a beautiful thing, yes. I wonder where Miss Temesco is with that latte.
She's only been gone for 2 minutes.
Really? Has it been that short a period of time? That seems much longer. Coffee is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Yes, the bee! Yes. Did you know that 35% of coffee drinkers take theirs black? It's startling.
Well, I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Oh, embarrass me? How?
Well, when I called you resplendent.
Oh, no, you didn't embarrass me. Oh, yes, no, I hear that all the time. Huh? Resplendent, dazzling, glorious.
Glorious!
Oh, glorious, most of all, I think.
Well, I'm glad I didn't embarrass you then.
So your husband, he's in, a publisher.
Hmm?
Your husband publishing. Now, that must be some fascinating line of work.
He seems to enjoy it very much, yes.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Well, it certainly keeps him busy. He's hardly home these days.
Oh. Well, there's a lot to do. You have to proofread the material and then, publish it. And then all those pages, you have to go over all of those and proofread them over and over again. It's very time consuming.
Well, he doesn't really get involved in that end of things. He's more about promoting the company, putting a good face to it.
Oh, public relations? Well, that can be even more time consuming. You're down in the muck with the PR people, trying to get your piece of the PR pie. Yes. Well, you know what we should do while we're waiting for my tardy employee? I should show you a selection of suits. I mean, you haven't even chosen a color yet. Where is that? One moment here. All right, but I can't seem to find what I was going to show you. Hang on, one moment. All right. Well, somewhere. Hang on. You know what? We're just going to go with this. I think I've double printed these things, so they're in here. I put this together myself. Colors, styles, and cuts on the inside, not on the outside, of course.
Navy.
I'm sorry?
Navy, the color of the suit.
Navy.
Yes.
Navy blue.
Is there a navy black?
No, of course not. Yeah. Well, navy blue it is then.
Single-breasted, no vest.
No vest. Got it. Well, I guess I can put this back then.
Well, I'd love to see what you've compiled. I mean, it looks as though a lot of work went into this.
Oh, well, it wasn't that much work. 7 years. And do call me Norman, won't you?
All right, Norman, let's see what you have here.
Well, everything you see in there, I can do right here in this shop. Right on site.
Marvelous.
I'm afraid I can't offer you a snack of some kind. I wasn't prepared for customers today.
I'm sorry I've intruded.
Not at all. In fact, Mrs. Sparrow, I'm glad that you're here. You can be my test customer. My guinea pig. No, not guinea pig. No. No, not any kind of pig. Mint.
Pardon me?
Mints, I have mints.
No, thank you. Well, there's of choices in here, aren't there?
Oh, as many as there are stars in the galaxy.
Well, sometimes I think we have too many choices. It can be overwhelming, paralyzing, in fact. I mean, what do I choose? And then, if I make the wrong choice, I blame myself. Self-doubt creeps in and you're disappointed in yourself. Before you know it, you like yourself a little less. Then you begin to hate yourself. You can't be alone with yourself due to the tremendous self-loathing. And all because I chose the wrong flavor of mustard. Maybe you should.
Yes, certainly.
Maybe I'm the one who longs for a simpler time, a time when there's less to cloud a person's mind.
I'll put this out of sight entirely.
Looks very meticulous, though.
It shall never see the light of day again.
Very thorough.
I'll set a match to it first chance.
I feel very comfortable here, very at ease. Why is that?
Oh, well, it could be any number of things, really. The color scheme, the quantity of fabric, softening of the sound.
The company.
Oh, Mrs. Sparrow, you flatter me.
Have I embarrassed you?
Oh, no. As I said, I'm used to fielding compliments from beautiful women.
Oh, well, I'll have to try harder then.
Oh, give it your best.
Beautiful?
I'm sorry?
Did you just call me beautiful?
Did I? I don't remember. If I did, I apologize for being so forward.
I think you did.
Oh, forgive me then.
Actually, I know that you did.
Oh, I should be flogged.
No. What woman doesn't like to be called beautiful?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have an answer to that question.
Well, it was rhetorical.
Oh, good, so I'm off the hook.
Off the hook. Is that some sort of fishing term?
Oh, it could be, I suppose. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm glad it didn't embarrass you.
Oh. Well, what about you?
So, who is your favorite?
My favorite what? Fisherman?
Artist.
Oh! You know, a finished thought might come in handy when asking a question.
Once again, I think that's due to the frenetic pace of today's society. My mind's always racing to catch up to my own thoughts.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Our attention spans are diminishing at an alarming rate.
So, who's your favorite?
My favorite what?
Artist.
Oh, well, then I would have to say Bouguereau.
Oh, yes. He does portraits. All women, and many of them nudes.
A good many, yes.
Is that why you like him?
I'm sorry?
Is that why you like William Bouguereau? Because he paints nude women?
No, certainly not. I like his lines, his realism.
Have I embarrassed you now?
Yes.
Yay! I win!
And who is your favorite artist?
Oh, well, that would be Paul Klee.
Oh, Cubism. Well, there's a bit of a surprise.
Why? Does that surprise you?
Well, because Cubism has a bohemian bent, counterculture and the like. So, yes, by comparison, I would say that you do seem more traditional.
So I'm a revelation to you then.
Indeed, you are.
That pleases me.
Here we go. 1 pumpkin latte for Mrs. Sparrow.
Thank you, and please, call me Alicia.
Oh no, I couldn't. Store policy forbids it.
Oh, she's joking. She can call you by your first name. We both can call you by your first name if you wish. If my lady wishes. All right then. How are the measurements coming?
You sent me out to get coffee.
And now you're back.
Right. 2 more minutes should do it.
So, Norman, do you have a wife?
Oh, no, I don't. I am a confirmed bachelor.
Oh, gay.
No, ma'am. think she was taking a straw pulse of me. So no, I'm afraid I've never met that woman.
What woman?
The love of my life. The one I couldn't live without. Isn't that why people get married? Because they can't live without someone?
I suppose it is. So, you don't have any children?
No, my one regret.
I would think not finding the love of your life would be a regret as well.
Oh, well, there's still time for that. The clock is running out, however, am I fathering a child.
You're not that old. I'm sure you still have the goods.
Well, I appreciate your faith in my goods. But I was referring more to the age of the woman that I would marry at this point. That would most likely preclude my becoming a father.
I see.
Indeed. And so, what about you? Any children?
No, Stephen doesn't want any.
Oh, I see.
And that's the end of that.
Oh, indeed.
Are you going to ask if I want any?
No. That is between you and your husband. It would be ill-mannered of me to ask you that.
Do you want any?
I thought I did when we were first married. But I've settled into this life that we have, and I quite enjoy it. A child would have made a different life. I don't know that it would have been a better life. So, unlike you, Norman, that's not a regret of mine.
Oh, very well put.
Well, it's been well thought out, well rationalized over the years.
Done.
Excellent. So you're able to get the measurements from the photograph.
Nothing to it.
This one's a real talent, Norman. You best hang on to her.
Oh, I plan to, like a fatal virus.
So that's it then, we're done?
I believe we have everything we need.
Will you require a deposit?
Oh, perish the thought. We won't sully ourselves with fiscal matters as yet. You'll only pay if you're satisfied with the finished product.
Well, that's a novel approach to business, isn't it?
You're telling me it is.
Well, I do have a lot of errands to run, so I should be off, but will the suit be ready in time for Stephen's birthday in 2 weeks?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. Well, I really enjoyed my visit. I should do this more often.
Stop by here anytime. We'd love to see you.
There's not much traffic.
Pardon me.
Out here, where the door is. Most of the traffic's over there where the window is, but there's no door there.
But I have it on good authority that this street will soon become a promenade.
Really?
Oh, on very good authority.
Promenade. I just love that word. It conjures up images of people skipping. Well, thank you both.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Sophie, and Norman, until next time.
I'll be counting the minutes.
Oh, you.
Oh, say goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
What is it?
You like her?
I what?
Mrs. Sparrow, you like her? I'll be counting the minutes.
Don't be ridiculous like her.
You don't?
She's like, I adore her. I'm besotted.
I knew it! Won't sell yourselves with fiscal matters? That was embarrassing!
Oh, but she's magnificent. She's cultured. She's witty. She's quirky. She's beautiful. Oh.
Married?
Yeah, well, yes, of course she's married. A woman like that should be snatched up in an instant like the fallen flag on the battlefield.
So you have no designs on her?
Certainly not. I would be tilting at windmills to even consider.
She is very pretty.
Oh, you're too young for her.
Not my type anyways. You know? Married.
And what is your situation?
My situation?
Yes.
Is it appropriate for a boss to be asking their employee about their situation?
I'm not sure. I've never been a boss before.
I don't think it is.
Well, you know about my situation.
That's because I eavesdropped. I didn't pry.
I'm not prying. I'm just making conversation. Is every conversation with you going to be this laborious?
I'm still looking.
For what?
That's my situation. I'm still looking.
Oh. And you have someone in your sights?
Well, there is a woman across the hall that's trying to get up the nerve to ask her out, but I haven't been able to.
Oh, for pity's sake, walk across the hall, knock on her door.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm shy.
Shy? Is this the same woman that came bursting in here this morning demanding employment because she was a great tailor?
I'm confident about my abilities in that area, not so confident in other areas.
Oh, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Oh, thank you. I make it a point to live my life based on hackneyed idioms.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, what should we do now?
Well, we open the store in 5 days, so get the establishment ready.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Oh, and Norman, aren't you going to ask me to change?
Change what?
My look, my hair, my clothes.
Why would I ask you to change? You're clean, aren't you?
Of course I'm clean.
Your clothes fit you properly. They're well made. They suit you. Why would I ask you to change? Besides, I only marginally like you as it is. Any change could tip the scales in the wrong direction.
Thank you for this chance, Norman. Very kind of you. It's very charitable.
No need to thank me. Just do a good job and we'll get along fine. And for future reference, kind and charitable mean the same thing.
Are you always going to be correcting my language?
Until you get it right, yes. And I don't know if you should be calling me Norman. Wouldn't Mr. Davenport be more appropriate?
No, sorry. The seal's already been broken on Norman. Can't go back now.
Why did I even ask?
I like you.
Pardon me?
Before, you said you only marginally like me, but I like you just fine.
Of course you do. What's not to like? Now get to work. Providence beckons.
Providence?
Your fate, your destiny.
I know what Providence is.
Oh, it sounded like you didn't. Sophie! We are 2 minutes away!
Coming!
Good morning. Welcome to Davenport's Gentleman's Clothing. Davenport's Gentleman's Clothing welcomes you. I'm Norman Davenport. I'm the owner. Yes. No, she just works here. Sophie!
All right. Here.
Oh, what's this?
Muffins. I made them last night.
Muffins! Wonderful, wonderful idea.
I thought you would like it.
I love it. Will you be doing this every day?
Well, that depends.
On what?
How soon hell freezes over? So how much longer? Are we open yet?
1 more minute. I think it would be nice to have fresh baked muffins every morning.
Oh, I know it would, wouldn't it? So how do I look? Presentable?
Very. And I?
You look like a gentleman's clothier, Norman. Very distinguished.
Oh, thank you. And the answer on the muffins, is it?
Nope. So, are you excited? Nervous?
A little bit of both, I think. This is a big day for me. This is something I've looked forward to for a very long time.
Well, let me be the first to congratulate you.
Oh, well, thank you, Sophie. And congratulations to you, too, on your first job as a tailor. May you have a long and storied career.
Thank you, Norman.
All right. It's time.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Here we-
let's do it!
Here we go. The ceremonial raising of the shade. Oh, look! They're lining up! Good morning, sir. Come right in. Welcome to Davenport's Gentleman's Clothing. I am Norman Davenport, and this is Miss Temesco.
Hi.
Yes, I hope you haven't been waiting long.
No, just a few minutes.
Oh, we do appreciate eagerness. Would you care for a muffin?
A muffin?
All part of the service.
Today, anyways, yes.
A muffin?
Yes, all right, Sophie.
Didn't have time for breakfast this morning.
Oh, well, a man on the go. I'm sure we have the apparel for just such a man.
Apparel. No, I'm not actually here to buy anything.
You're not.
No, I'm looking for a job.
A job?
Yes, and I'm kind of desperate.
Well, I don't think we need anybody else. I mean, this is pretty much a two-person operation, right, Norman?
Well,
Is she a partner?
no, she just works here.
Oh, well, maybe I should wait for you to answer then? No offense.
Oh, some taken.
Well, Miss Temesco is right. I'm not hiring right now.
Please, sir, just hear me out. I'm a single father. I have a 9-year-old daughter. And I was recently let go from my job. And I'm going to find it hard to make rent this month.
Oh, brother, cue the violins.
You were let go,
Yes.
as in fired.
Yes.
Well, I do appreciate your candor. Mr.
Oh, Patrick, Marco.
Was your last job in the clothing trade, Mr. Markham?
No, sir. I was a crewman for a shipping company.
Oh, a sailor.
Yes, sir.
And why did they fire you?
Well, travel became difficult after my wife left us. I couldn't be away for long periods of time because of my daughter.
Well, you can't expect a company to make allowances for your marital problems.
I agree. And I don't blame them for firing me. I mean, just because a woman drains a joint savings account, takes the family dog, leaves her husband and daughter behind and runs off with the husband's best friend, I mean, that's no reason for sympathy.
Muffin?
Please.
So it's just you and your daughter, no family in the area.
No, sir, we have no family anywhere.
Anywhere? Oh, who doesn't have family somewhere?
You don't?
Oh, that's right.
Here we go.
Thank you.
And take two. One for your daughter. What's her name?
Jeanette.
Oh, take one for Jeanette. Do you have a photo?
I'd never leave home without it. Could you go, please? It was taken last week on her birthday.
Oh my! She's beautiful! Norman, look!
Very nice.
Thank you.
I do sympathize with your plight, Mr. Markham, but you have no experience.
Please, I'll do whatever it takes. Stocking shelves, cleaning counters, anything.
No, it's not. Could you take these back, please? It's just that it's our first day of business, and I don't know what the size of our clientele will be yet, so I'm not sure I can afford to hire another employee.
We're gonna be just fine, Norman. This place is gonna boom, you watch.
We can't know that for sure.
Oh, I know.
What if it doesn't? What if I hire this fellow and the business doesn't boom? Will you be willing to take a cut in pay to augment his salary?
Take another one for the road.
No, wait. No, wait. Just, all I need is minimum wage. That's all. I've been everywhere, and no one's hiring. You're my last hope.
I hardly believe I'm your last hope, sir. I'm sure there's someone out there who's hiring.
I swear, I've been everywhere.
Times are tough, Norman.
Yes, I know they are, sir.
And he has a little girl.
Yes, I heard that.
And she's gorgeous.
Thank you, Sophie. You're being most helpful. But as I said, Mr. Markham, you'll work for minimum wage.
Yes.
You'll handle the menial tasks, cleaning up, etc.
Absolutely.
I know I'm going to regret this. I'll try it for a month.
Ah, yes, and Bob's your uncle.
But
That's
just
right.
for a month. If the business doesn't prove to be as profitable as I hoped, I will have to let you go, and I will have no qualms about doing so.
Agreed. Thank you.
Well, you can start on Monday, 9 a.m.
Right. There's one problem. One stipulation, so to speak.
Ah, a caveat. And what would that be?
I wouldn't be able to start until noon on Mondays.
What?
And on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and on Fridays.
What do you mean you can't start until noon?
It's my daughter. 6 months ago, she was diagnosed with hemolytic uremic syndrome. It's a disease that affects
The kidneys. I know what hemolytic uremic syndrome is.
How do you know that?
I read. So, she requires dialysis.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I would be available to me.
I see.
I hope this doesn't change your mind.
Well, you've got me over a barrel, don't you? If I say no, I look like a heartless cat in the eyes of the world.
Oh, I wouldn't tell anybody that you turned me down for that reason.
No, but she would. So I guess you're hired. You can start at noon on Monday. At noon is convenient, isn't it? Perhaps you'd like to grab some lunch down at the country club before coming to work. Maybe a steam bath, perhaps?
Noon is great, and thank you. Thank you for everything. I wonder, could you come to dinner tomorrow night?
What? I can't hear you. Say it again.
Could you come to dinner tomorrow night?
Dinner?
Yes. I'd like my daughter to meet you. And I'd like her to meet the man who's come to our restaurant.
Oh, no. That's not necessary.
Please, sir. I know she'd love to meet you, and I know she'd love to meet you. She's a beautiful girl, really.
Well, I'm sure she's wonderful, but at 9 years old, she wouldn't have developed that devious female mind as of yet. But no thank you.
Mr. Davenport, please come. I feel the need to repay your kindness, and well, right now, this is the only way that I can.
All right, fine.
Thank you. 48 Worthington Avenue, apartment 12.
At 12, got it.
Oh, and you're welcome to come too if you like, Mr. Mescal.
Thanks, but I've got a date.
Fine. I will see you tomorrow evening, Mr. Davenport, and thank you. Thank you so much.
Dinner. I suppose I will have to bring a bottle of wine as well. This fellow's costing me money hand over fist.
I'm sure you'll have a very enjoyable time.
Easy for you to say. You begged off with that transparent date excuse.
I do have a date.
You do?
Yes.
With a woman across the hall?
I finally got up the nerve and asked her out last night.
Good for you. You see, I was right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Right. We need more dress shirts in that display. I thought you were looking after that display.
I did look after it.
Well, it's incomplete, Norman.
But tell me something. When you ask a woman out, I mean when you ask a woman out, how do you know that she's of your ilk?
Of my ilk?
You know what I mean. Don't put me on the spot because I'm unfamiliar with the acceptable terminology. Besides, by next week that terminology would have changed. So, how do you know?
Well, Norman, how do you know when you ask a woman out?
Well, I just assumed.
Me too. Mommy!
Sophie!
Well, Norman, it's been a fine day for a Monday. I've already sold 3 ties and 2 dress shirts.
Uh-huh.
Shouldn't you be working on Alicia's suit?
Well, Alicia to you, Mrs. Sparrow to me, apparently. And I'm just taking a break, getting caught up on the news. I read my newspaper every day. And listen to this. On this date, back in 1894, George Bernard Shaw's Arms and the Man premiered in London.
I always preferred Oscar Wilde to Shaw.
No, Shaw had depth, urgency. Wilde was frivolous, a frothy dessert. Oh, what a time that must have been, my God! The culture's flourishing that way, the classics being nurtured, art abounding, what I wouldn't give.
Give to what?
Have been there, actually drinking it all in, have been part of it. And who knows, I might have been Mr. Shaw's personal tailor, providing him with his opening night frock. Instead, I'm selling neckties at banquets.
There's nothing wrong with that, Norman.
I know, I should be happy that I have any customers at all, that I'm able to own my own shop. But still, how invigorating that would have been. Oh, enough dreaming for one day. When the new fellow arrives, I'll expect you to show him the ropes.
Sure, and how did your dinner go, by the way?
It was delightful, actually. His daughter, Jeanette, the sweetest thing. Well, poor child, though, the disease is causing fatigue, lack of concentration. She suffers at school and socially as well, I'm afraid. Not many friends.
And what's the prognosis?
Well, her father says that sometimes there is a spontaneous resolution to this problem with treatment. Only 5 to 10% of victims actually succumb. Oh, I forgot. She gave me this. Look at this. It's a horseshoe. She said that I should hang it over the door and it will bring the business good luck. I must remember to do that later.
You seem to be quite taken with this Jeanette.
Oh, I am. I've always wanted a child and hoped to have one day, and Jeanette is the sort of child that I would have wanted. And what about you? Any thoughts about wanting children?
One day, yes, with the right person to help raise them.
Yes, of course. And, oh, I forgot to ask about your evening.
My date was fine.
Really? It was not nice?
It was nice.
That's it? Well, to describe something in so few words, how unlike you.
I don't want to jinx it, Norman. I think this could lead to something. I really do.
And what is the lucky girl's name?
Simone.
Oh, Simone. Exotic.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, yes. And will you and Simone be going out again soon?
Friday night. We're going to a concert in the park.
Oh, well, you're not wasting any time, are you?
It was her idea.
Good morning.
And there are but 3 minutes left in it.
Traffic was terrible. I'm lucky I made it on time.
And yes, you are.
How was your morning with Jeanette?
It was great, thank you.
Now that the pleasantries have been dispensed with, let's get on with this day, shall we? And Sophie will show you everything you need to know to start, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
I made some coffee in the back. Would you like a cup?
Yes, I did not have time this morning.
But there are no muffins. I hope you weren't expecting that anomaly to rear its head again.
Oh, no, sir, not at all.
Good. Off you go. Let's have a great day now.
Yes, sir, thank you, sir.
There's no need to call him sir. He's okay with Norman.
Hello, Norman.
Oh, Mrs. Sparrow, good morning to you.
Well, I wanted to come to your grand opening on Saturday, but I had too many things going on.
Oh, completely understandable. You must have been swamped with social engagements.
Well, society does make its demands, Norman. This weekend was a martini brunch with some of the wives from Branch Welford. Sweet Jupiter.
Oh, not enjoyable?
Oh no, I find them tedious and innocuous for the most part. Even the 5 martinis I had with French didn't make them tolerable.
Well, come in, have a seat, would you?
Thank you. And, how was your opening?
Oh, it was very rewarding, actually, both on a personal and a business level.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, and we had quite the brisk trade through here, and the comments have been extremely favorable. Extremely.
And the sales?
Around what I had hoped, so we've crossed our fingers moving forward.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Mrs. Sparrow. Oh, where are my manners? Could I get you anything?
Huh. Another one of those lattes would be nice.
Oh, a pumpkin latte, splendid, by all means. Sophie!
Yes, I did thoroughly enjoy the last one.
Oh, well, they do brew a good one, yes.
Yes. Oh, hi, Alicia.
Sophie, run across the street and get Mrs. Sparrow a pumpkin latte, would you?
But what about Patrick?
I'm sure he can fend for himself for a few minutes.
No, I mean, why doesn't he? Never mind. You know, it's probably best that someone with exceptional tailoring skills runs these errands. Yes, yes. It won't be but a minute.
Who's Patrick?
He's the new fellow I've hired.
Oh, is he a good tailor?
Oh, well, he's short on experience, but long on enthusiasm, and I believe if a person has eagerness and is a good self-starter, then they can handle any task you throw at them.
Norman, is there any sugar? I just made a coffee and I can't find any sugar back there. I'm at a loss because I really prefer my coffee with sugar.
This is Patrick.
The self-starter, yes.
He used to be a tailor.
Well, ahoy.
Patrick, this is Mrs. Sparrow.
Oh,
Please, call me Alicia.
Really?
very nice to meet you, Alicia. So is there any sugar?
There is sugar, Patrick. Natural brown sugar. It's back there somewhere.
Well, I can't find it.
Well, maybe Sophie moved it. You'll have to ask her.
Sophie left. And she didn't come back.
I sent her on an errand.
Oh,
Thank you.
well, will she be back soon? Because, I mean, if she's not, the coffee will cool.
Have you looked for the sugar?
I looked on the counter.
Well, maybe a more extensive search might turn up something. Maybe opening a cupboard door will yield results.
I just didn't want to start opening cupboards in case there was something I wasn't supposed to see.
And not to worry, I keep my pornography at home. Now go! Oh, that was a joke. I don't keep my pornography at home. I don't keep my pornography anywhere. At all.
No, thank you. Norman, I'm afraid my visit isn't entirely social.
No? Oh, you must be here to check on the progress of your husband's suit. Well, it's only been a few days. I haven't made much headway yet.
Norman, I was at a function on Saturday evening and the mayor was there. She's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for years. And, well, I was telling her what you said about the promenade.
Yes?
And, well, I'm afraid it won't happen, Norman. Not anytime soon.
What?
Well, she said city council has to study the proposal further. They've tabled it until they can look at it, so it could be as long as a year.
A year? Well, a lot can happen in a year. I can go out of business in a year.
Well, you said you had a good opening with many favorable comments.
Well, I did, but I was counting on that promenade. That was an integral part of my business plan.
I'm sorry, Norman.
No, it's all. I appreciate the advance warning. I'll have to do some rejigging, I guess.
Well, you know, you could put a door right there, where all the foot traffic is.
Putting a door in the front would require construction. It might even require closing the store for 2 or 3 days, and we've only just opened with it. That would be disastrous.
Oh no, when you're done the construction, you can have a grand reopening.
Well, there's something to think about. You do make a good point for it, Mrs. Sparrow.
Have I not asked you to call me Alicia?
No, you haven't.
Are you sure?
A positive. You said Sophie can call you by your first name, and now even the dull-witted Patrick, but so far that privilege has eluded me.
Strange.
Quite. So.
So, about the suit. I forgot.
Oh, about what? The style, the color?
I've changed my mind.
Changed your mind about the color, the style?
No, I've changed my mind about the suit.
About the suit?
Yes.
about the suit.
Yes, I won't be needing it.
You won't be needing it.
No, I've decided to get Stephen something else for his birthday.
Oh. Well, I must say that a suit of such fine quality would surely be an appropriate gift for an executive of his stature.
No, I've decided to get him a far more appropriate gift.
And may I ask what that would be?
A divorce! I've decided to give him a divorce!
Oh, I see. Well, if there's going to be a court appearance, he's going to need a suit. Oh, no! Oh, please, don't cry! Don't cry, Mrs. Sparrow, please!
Don't call me that!
No? Oh,
I don't ever want to be called Mrs. Sparrow again!
well, what should I call you?
Alicia!
At last! Okay, I really wish you wouldn't cry, Mrs. Sparrow. Alicia, I don't know what to do when a woman cries. Are you sure you wouldn't want a mint? That might help. No? Oh, right, all right. Let me think. Yeah. Oh, my mother said that a tea cures all ills. Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Splendid! Patrick! We'll get that tea for you straight away, in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, whatever the hell that means. Pointless expression, really. I mean, how do we know how fast a lamb can shake its tail? And why would we measure time by it?
Yes, Norman?
Yeah, fix Alicia a cup of tea, would you?
Tea?
Yes, quickly.
All right. I hope she doesn't want any sugar.
The tea is on the way. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm afraid I can't do anything for you in here, in this store, unless you think an ascot would help.
No, I'm fine now, Norman.
Are you sure?
Completely.
Okay, most people would say go ahead and cry. Get it all out, but I would rather you didn't. I'd rather you kept it all in.
Well, it's just that I haven't cried about it yet. I didn't know it was going to happen here. I'm sorry about that, Norman.
No, not at all. It's fortunate that you were among friends when it happened. Well, a friend. Although you can't be among a friend, can you? You need more than one friend to be among. Amongst. But I digress. You have a problem. Please continue.
Life's a grand ride, isn't it, Norman? A grand ride. My word.
Well, do you want to talk about it?
I'm a little embarrassed by it, actually. It's a bit of a cliche. Man falls for younger, prettier woman. Wife finds lipstick on the man's shirt and hotel receipt in the man's pocket. Wife confronts man, man confesses, says it won't happen again. Well, we women, we know it'll happen again. If he does it once, he'll do it again. We tell ourselves everything will be okay. Well, it won't be okay. So I won't be a party to it, so I'm going to divorce Stephen. I'm going to move forward.
Well, you sound firm in your resolve.
I am. My ma didn't raise no fool.
What was that? Some sort of rhythm and blues song.
No,
Oh, a country and western opera.
no, it's just something I heard once.
Oh, a colloquialism then.
It's just what I'm trying to say, and not very well apparently, is that that man, or any man, is not going to play me for a fool. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what I'm saying.
And who is this younger, prettier woman? Do you know?
She works at Stephen's company. She's a bit of a cliche herself. Brain bereft, body bound.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, Alicia. I think you should move forward.
You do?
Yes. But my opinion should be taken with a grain of salt because I don't know much about matters of the heart.
Why? Because you haven't found the love of your life? I would think that would make your opinion matter most of all. I mean, you know what you're looking for. The rest of us are just fumbling about in the dark, hoping someone will take our hand and lead us into the light of what we think is true love.
Was Stephen the love of your life?
sugar.
No, you don't have to go. You have a tea coming and a pumpkin latte as well. All manner of beverages are on the way.
No, I have to see my lawyer and get the ball rolling.
Are you sure? Well, maybe relaxing here for a while might be the best thing for you right now.
No. The sooner I get things started, the better I'll feel. That's the best tonic for me.
Well, if you say so. But if there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, I insist that you call on me. I want to be there for you, if that's not too familiar with me.
It's not too familiar at all. I appreciate the offer. You know, Norman, we've just met and yet I feel as though we're dear friends.
Well, you've made a connection, I suppose.
You agree?
About what? About you being a dear friend?
Yes.
I feel exactly the same.
Good. We need friends at a time like this, don't we, Norman? What with you going through this business venture and me going through a marriage failure, that's when we need our friends the most. Thank you for the offer. I want to be here for you.
I'm here. I'm here whenever you need me. Rest assured.
Here we go.
Thank you, Sophie. I'm actually gonna take this to go. Have a good day, you two.
Well, that was a quick visit.
She's getting a divorce.
She's what?
Her husband is having an affair and she's divorcing him.
Wow.
Yes, wow.
Well, good for her. No woman should put up with that. A man cheats, just kick him to the curb.
Yes, well, she also kicked her husband's suit to the curb.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Hey! This means she's out there, Norman.
Out where?
Out there, available. You can take your shot.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
No?
No, she's a friend and nothing more.
Oh, I see.
What?
She said you were friends, huh?
How do you know she said we were friends? Maybe I said we were friends.
But who said it first?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I know. I've had the friend talk given to me too, a couple times.
You have?
Oh yes, the hand on the hand, sincere look in the eyes, encouraging smile. Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Well, you think she knows that I would have enjoyed being more than just her friend?
Oh, she knew.
Really?
Oh yes. The declaration of friendship was a preemptive strike. I've done a few of those too.
Well, I'm amazed you had time to study your trade. Now, let's get our minds back on our work, shall we?
Right. Listen, I was gonna go next door to the flower shop and pick up some flowers. I think that some flowers could really brighten the place up. What do you think?
Flowers?
Yeah, that's it.
Another expenditure?
Never mind. I'll pay for them.
No, I'll pay. It was a good idea to have flowers. I should have thought of it myself.
Well, you were preoccupied lusting after a married woman.
Here.
Oh, $10, great, a down payment.
Oh, all right, here.
That's better. All right, I'll be right back. And don't feel bad. You're not alone. You know, your situation with Alicia isn't completely unique.
You're wrong.
You think it is completely unique?
No, your expression is wrong. It's either unique or it's not unique. It can't be completely unique, or kinda unique, or sorta unique.
Oh, correcting my language again? My God, you know, working for you is no picnic, Norman. I'll say that.
Norman, I can't find tea. In cupboards and on the shelves. It's just not there.
It's all right, Patrick. We don't need the tea anymore.
Oh. Good. Oh, I did find the sugar though. One of those cupboards you spoke of.
Excellent. I can tell the authorities to call off the search.
And now, if it's all right with you, I'm going to clean the changing room floors. It looks like you haven't been touched in forever.
Floors.
Oh, and thank you for coming to dinner last night. Jeanette and I enjoyed having you.
She's a lovely child, your daughter.
Yes, she is. She put a shine to you too, Norman.
Really?
Oh yes, quite a shine. She's asking when you'll be back.
Oh, well, that's very sweet, but the next time, dinner's at my place.
I will tell her that. She'll be very excited. Yeah, you see, she doesn't get out very much.
Oh, what does she do then with her time?
She enjoys jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, she finds them relaxing and she can do them at her own pace.
Jigsaw puzzles, that seems so old-fashioned. With all the choices out there nowadays, and all the new gadgets.
It does, but sometimes newer isn't better.
Oh, I agree. I much prefer the old ways myself.
Yes, I gathered that.
Did you?
Yes,
Is it soup?
yes, the suit, everything else. About you?
And do you think I'm old-fashioned?
No. No. Old-fashioned is a person who's behind the current times. You are at a time all your own. Like this gentleman here.
Oh, that's George Bernard Shaw.
That's the time you belong in then. George Bernard Shaw's time. Oh, look. A ladybug.
What?
There, a newspaper. A ladybug.
Oh, so it is.
Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone.
Well, that's a disturbing poem, isn't it?
Hold out your hands.
What for?
Just hold out your hands. Now make a wish.
Which?
A wish. If you hold a ladybug gently in your hands and make a wish, then that ladybug will fly away and take that wish as something for granted.
Really?
Yeah, it's something Jeanette told me. I guess it's a kid saying or something.
Well, I haven't heard that one before.
Well, try it. I better get those floors.
A wish? Huh? Well, I wonder what I would wish for. I wish to be a London tailor in 1894. Go on. Take this wish to whoever it is that does your bidding. Off you go. Ah. Apparently, the wish granter resides among the men's briefs. Wonderful.
Here we go, Mr. Davenport! This ought to brighten up the establishment.
What's this?
The flowers, do you like them, sir? They were the nicest bunch they had, and they came in under your budget. Here's your change. A shilling and 2. Yes, I think they're lovely, they are. I'll just put them in some water straight away, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, and Mr. Temperley, the florist, would like to come in at 1 o'clock next Tuesday to be measured for a suit. Could you write that in the appointment book, please? Oh, yes, this will brighten up the establishment quite nicely indeed.
Mr. Davenport is late this morning.
Only by 5 minutes. Nothing to be alarmed about.
But still, it's very unlike him.
I think we can afford him 5 minutes every so often, Patrick. He's earned that.
I suppose. He's been a little bit soft these past few days, though. Have you noticed?
In what way?
I don't know. A little more carefree.
annoyed by trivial matters.
A little happier.
Yeah, that's it. Happier.
Well, business is good, and I know he was worried about that at first.
He was, wasn't he?
Oh, very concerned, and I know we've only been open for 1 week now, but business has been brisk.
It's the location. That's my feeling. Plenty of foot traffic on this corner.
Oh, yes, he certainly knew what he was doing when he picked this storefront. Did his due diligence, I'd say.
So, do you have any plans for your day off tomorrow?
Well, there is a fair on tomorrow at Epsom Downs. I would like to see that, but it's inappropriate for a woman to go wandering a fair unaccompanied. I have no man to escort me, so...
Oh, cute violins.
What was that?
I said cute violins.
What does that mean?
It means that you're woman a sad tale, better enhanced by the backing of a string section. You know, violins, cellos playing behind you.
And why would they do that?
Well, they wouldn't actually do it. They wouldn't actually do it. They wouldn't actually do it.
I see. They wouldn't be here.
They wouldn't physically be here. In theory, they'd do it to support your team role.
I see. Well, what are your plans for the day off tomorrow?
I practice my violin.
Good morning!
Good morning, Mr. Davenport.
Morning, sir.
And what a glorious morning it is, isn't it? Wonderful to be alive. Oh. And look at my staff. Hard at work, look at that. And here it is only 9:07. Why, you work your fingers to the bone at this rate. Slow down, the both of you. Enjoy this life.
We are enjoying life, sir. Working for you has been a godsend to both of us. It has enriched our lives tenfold. Hasn't it, Patrick?
Oh, yes, Mr. Davenport. This job has pulled me up by the bootstraps, sir. Shone a light down Paradise Dark Tunnel.
Oh, well, I don't know which tunnel you speak of, Patrick, but I'm glad you feel that way. Now, is there any coffee made?
Oh, that was the next task on my list, sir.
Well, see that you make it your first task from this day forward.
I will indeed, sir.
There's a good lad. He's a fine employee, Sophie. I'm glad you talked me into hiring him.
Me, sir?
Well, yes, last weekend.
Why, Mr. Davenport, I would never be so presumptuous as to advise you on matters concerning the operation of your shop.
Oh, of course you wouldn't. You'd never stick your nose in where it didn't belong.
Never, sir. I get into less predicaments that way.
Fewer.
Sir?
Well, you get into fewer predicaments. If you can count them, it's fewer. If you can't, it's less.
Oh, thank you, sir. I do appreciate it when you instruct me in the proper use of the King's English.
Enchanting. Now, guess where I was last night?
Where?
I was at the theater, and guess what I saw?
A play.
Oh, not just any play. I saw Arms and the Man by George Bernard Shaw.
Well, good for you, sir.
Guess what else happened last night?
Am I going to be required to guess every single element of this anecdote?
I met Mr. George Bernard Shaw himself.
Oh, well, that's delightful then.
It was at the interval. He was standing right there, just as big and as bold as you please, standing off in a corner so as not to be noticed. But I noticed him. Oh, yes. And I said to myself, maybe he likes some company.
Probably why I was standing off in a corner.
Yes, so I walked up to him and introduced myself, and we chatted. Chatted! Yours truly and Mr. George Bernard Shaw. It was beyond belief.
I imagine it was. And now, back to
Oh,
work.
but that's not the best part.
I was hoping there might be more.
The best part is he is coming into this shop on Tuesday afternoon. You see, we got to talking, George Bernard Shaw and myself, and I mentioned that I was a tailor and that I had this shop. And one thing led to another, and before I could stop myself, I offered to make him a suit.
For free?
Yes, but believe me, this is an investment, Sophie. To have someone like George Bernard Shaw sporting one of my creations with, no, this is a coup. I'll become known as the Clothier to the celebrated.
The celebrated Georgie Shaw.
George Bernard Shaw.
Well, I don't know how much of an investment that's going to be, sir. Making a suit for a socialist womanizer like Georgie Shaw.
And Nobel Prize winning socialist womanizer.
What prize?
It's a few years off.
Oh, well, I always preferred Oscar Wilde.
I know you do.
How do you know that?
Because you told me.
When?
Nothing. It's not important. Anyway, Mr. Shaw will be here on Tuesday to have his measurements taken. Look, I got him to write his name in my appointment book himself.
You brought your appointment book to the theater.
Yes. I take it everywhere.
G.B. Shaw, 1 o'clock.
I will make him the suit that will be the envy of every man out there. They'll flock to me like lemmings.
You already have an appointment for 1 o'clock Tuesday, sir.
I do?
Yes, sir. Mr. Temperley?
Oh, right. Temperley the florist. Well, as if a florist needs quality apparel, a smock would be sufficient. All right, you take Temperley and I'll take Shaw.
Sir?
You measure Mr. Temperley and I'll deal with Mr. Shaw.
Me measure.
Yes, what's wrong?
Well, Miss Davenport, I'm not so sure Mr. Temperley would be amenable to that.
Well, why wouldn't he be?
Well, being measured by a woman, sir.
Yes, what's the problem?
Well, I don't know how comfortable most men would be, considering the positioning of the tape in certain measurements.
Sophie, you know how to measure, don't you?
Well, I believe I could do it in a pinch.
In a pinch, Sophie, you're one of the... Never mind, just do it, would you?
Yes, sir, if Mr. Temperley has no objections.
He won't, I assure you.
Sophie, you forgot to put your muffins out.
Oh, thank you, Patrick. I was up all night baking those.
Well, they smell absolutely mouth-watering.
He wants me to measure. What's that? Mr. Davenport, he wants me to measure a customer for a suit.
He what?
Yes.
A man?
Yes.
Good Lord. How do you do it?
Well, I have to, don't I? Yes!
Any word on that coffee, Patrick? Any sign of it yet?
It's percolating as we speak, sir.
Well-
Be a minute.
Wonderful news, wonderful news. Ah, yes, Sophie. It was quite a night last night, quite a night indeed.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mr. Davenport.
Oh, I did. I'm enjoying this period very much.
What period is that, sir?
Well, the month of April. Yes, it's one of my favorite periods of the year. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask you about your date last night.
My evening?
Your evening. Yes. Yes, with Simone.
Sir,
Simone, the woman across the hall. That was her name, wasn't it? You were going to a concert in the park together. Or were you? I'm not sure. Some things carry over and others don't.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand your meaning.
Well, is there a woman living across the hall?
In the boarding house, yes, there is a woman, sir.
Right. And is her name Simone?
Yes.
And you were going on a date with her last evening?
Date.
Yes. Oh, do they call them dates yet? I'm not sure. Your rendezvous? Your assignation?
With a woman?
Yes.
Why, Mr. Davenport, why would I do that?
Well, because you're a... Because you're a... You mean you're not?
Not what?
Maybe you're not. Back here, in this period. In April.
I'm confused, sir.
So am I. So you're not pursuing a liaison with Simone?
A liaison.
Yes, of a romantic nature.
Romantic!
Yes.
Why, Mr. Davenport, you are making me rather uncomfortable.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, because I'm your employer and it's none of my business.
No, that's not it. Of course it's your business.
It is.
As my employer, yes it is. You have the right to know everything about me, but your insinuations leave me very ill at
Oh, really?
Very ill at ease.
Well, I'm sorry then. I'm sorry. I should never assume anything.
I don't know why you would think such a thing.
Look, I'm sorry. I should just stop assuming things.
You should say you shouldn't. And now I've got some sewing to do in the back. May I be excused?
Oh, of course.
The very audacity of it.
I'm sorry. But certain things have changed back here, I guess.
Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
Very welcome, sir.
You know you can call me Norm.
Yes, that's very funny, sir.
No, really, you can.
Right. Will there be anything else, sir?
No.
Good.
Actually, there is something else.
Sir?
How are you, Patrick?
How am I?
Yes, how are you doing?
Well, that's a good kind of meaning. Quite well, all things considered.
Oh, good. I was just checking to see if there were any changes.
Changes, sir?
Well, yes, you see, I've been so preoccupied the past couple of days with everything that's been happening out there that I neglected any changes that might have occurred in here. With you.
Say again.
It's nothing, not important. Okay.
Very well.
Oh, and don't forget the dinner next time is at my place.
Sir?
The dinner. Remember I said you were coming to dinner at my place the next time?
Dinner. At your place. Oh, that's a good one, sir. Very, very amusing. You've brightened up my day, Mr. Davenport.
Norman.
Yes, indeed. Brightened it up considerably.
Very odd.
Good morning, Mr. Davenport.
Well, good morning, Alicia.
Alicia, well, we're certainly feeling our oats this morning, aren't we?
What's that?
Calling me Alicia. You've never done that before.
Oh, haven't I? I'm sorry if I did. I apologize for being forward.
Not at all. I like it.
Are you sure?
I like it very much.
Oh, good, good.
And I can call you Norman if you wish. If the gentleman wishes.
Of course, yes, yes. Come in, have a seat, won't you? Could I get anything for you? A pumpkin latte, perhaps?
A what?
A pumpkin latte.
Latte. Which part of the pumpkin is that?
It's nothing, never mind.
I can't stay long anyway. I have to rush off to a tea.
A tea?
Yes.
A wine?
Yes.
A wives' tea?
Yes, a wives' tea.
How awful for you.
What's that?
The wives' tea, how absolutely ghastly.
Why would you say that?
Well, because
Because what? I enjoy our teas.
you do.
Yes, I find them stimulating.
Oh, I see. My mistake. I was thinking of another wives' tea. Now, what can I do for you this morning?
Well, the suit, of course.
The suit?
The birthday present.
Birthday present?
Norman, you can't have forgotten already. You only ordered it a week ago.
Yes, I remember you ordering it, but
But what?
I was under the impression that you didn't require it anymore.
What would give you that impression?
Well, how can I put this delicately?
What is it, Norman?
Maybe it hasn't happened. Maybe it won't happen at all.
Norman, you're speaking in riddles. Spit it out, man.
Your husband,
Yes?
has there not been a misstep with a younger woman?
You know about that?
Yes, I do.
How? Did someone tell you?
No, I put the pieces together on my own.
I see. Well, You're the only one that knows. I don't want to become the laughing stock of London, now do I?
Sure, I'm one of the very few who knows, Alicia. One of the very few.
Good. Well, I hope I can count on your discretion, Norman, on your respect for my privacy.
Of course.
And is that what made you think I wouldn't want the suit?
Well, that was one of the things, yes.
Well, I do want the suit. Stephen's dalliance was just that, a dalliance. It was meaningless. I mean, men do that, don't they? Every so often they need to spread their wings. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean he doesn't love me.
Of course not.
Of course not.
So yes, certainly, without a doubt, the suit will be ready.
Good.
Now, actually, you know, it might mean that.
I beg your pardon?
It might mean that he doesn't love you. Now, I'm sorry, Alicia, but you're a wonderful woman. You're smart. You're strong. At least you were at one time. And maybe that's my fault.
What is?
The way you are now.
And how am I now?
You're accepting. You're too accepting. Your husband cheated on you, and you shouldn't accept it because he'll do it again, and you know it. You know it in your heart because your mama didn't raise no fool. So don't let him off the hook like that.
What was that about my mother?
Just be yourself, that's all I'm saying.
And how am I not being myself?
Well, those wives' teas, for one thing. I know. You don't like those wives. You find them tedious, innocuous.
Norman, where is this coming from?
From you. With the old you. Or the future you. But from you. Are you sure you would like a muffin? We have muffins.
No. Thank you. They smell wonderful. I just don't feel like one.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. They do look wonderful.
Yes, well, no, I mean, I'm sorry I brought this up. I shouldn't have said anything. It's none of my business.
Then why did you say it?
Because I love you.
What?
No, I shouldn't have said that either.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't mean love you from the bottom of my heart, because to love you, I've only just known you for a few days. And so loving you from the bottom of my heart would be unfeasible. But I love what I've seen so far. I love it very much. But I know you just want to be friends. So
How do you know that?
because we've had the conversation, the hand on the hand, the encouraging smile
When did we have that?
last week. Or maybe we didn't, I don't know. Things change. I mean, Sophie's not gay anymore. Patrick won't call me Norman. It's very confusing.
Why isn't Sophie gay?
I don't know. She just isn't.
Well, maybe it's just temporary. We can't be happy all the time. Sometimes life makes us melancholy.
No, it's just... Never mind.
Maybe it was because she was up all night baking muffins.
That's probably it, yes.
Norman, you love me.
I just explained that. Don't make me go through it again, because I don't think I can sell the unfeasible part a second time.
The unfeasible part,
Yes.
where you said loving me was unfeasible.
Yes.
So you mean to say that it is feasible?
Yes. Why are there no customers? Why doesn't a customer come in and put an end to this most uncomfortable situation? Are you sure you wouldn't like a muffin? Sophie has been up all night baking them.
Off the hook.
Yes,
Is that some sort of fishing term?
I suppose so. I'm not sure.
And you think I'm letting Stephen off the hook, do you?
I think you are, yes.
And what would you have me do? What choices do I have?
Are you asking me to weigh in because as I said, it's none of my business. But if you're asking me to weigh in, then I'll weigh in. But then and only then. I'm like a vampire at your door. I can't come inside unless I bite.
What's a vampire?
A vampire, Dracula. Oh, damn, it's not written yet.
I'm asking you to weigh in.
You are?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I won't mince words, I'll be frank.
Weigh in, please.
You could divorce him. That's what I would have you do.
Divorce? And then what?
Well, then you would be free of him.
Free to do what? I'm not a self-made woman. Woman? Where would I go? On whose doorstep would I land?
Well, you can land on my doorstep. No, you don't need a doorstep to land on. You'll manage on your own. You're strong.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're independent-minded. You're like Paul Klee.
I like who?
Paul Klee, the artist, Cubism. All right, he's still a teenager now. But years from now, you will admire his work greatly. Trust me, you are as strong a woman as I've ever known.
You keep saying that, but I am not strong. I came from meager beginnings, modestly educated. I married Stephen and was thrust into a higher society than I was bred for. And now you want me to divorce him?
Well, don't tell me you haven't considered it.
All right, I have considered it. But then what? Then,
Then you could land on my doorstep.
what do you mean?
Are you sure you wouldn't want a muffin? Please, the muffins are there.
Norman, you love me.
Didn't mean to say that. I shouldn't have said that.
Then why did you say it?
I'm not sure, because I've loved you from the moment we met. From the second you opened your mouth. I've loved the first words that you spoke, and I'll still be loving you when you say goodbye, which I assume is in the next instant.
I must admit, this takes me aback.
Yes, I imagine it does.
You declaring your love for me, a married woman.
Well, you considering divorce, you told me as much.
45 seconds ago.
Too soon?
I need to sit.
Well, of course.
No, I need to walk.
Walk then. Sprint if you like.
My mind is swimming, drowning.
I can only imagine I shouldn't have opened up that way.
No, you shouldn't have.
I should keep my feelings inside like a normal man.
I need to sit.
By all means.
No, I need to walk.
Walk. Go ahead. Keep walking.
I need to clear my head.
Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow.
Oh, hello, Sophie.
Just leaving, are you?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't know you were here earlier. I would have come out and chatted.
Don't be sorry, Sophie. And don't be sad. Things will look up. You'll be gay again.
What was that about?
I have no idea.
Mr. Davenport, I need to ask you something.
Now?
Yes,
Right now?
just can't wait.
This minute? All right. What is it?
How did you know
How did I know what?
about Simone and I?
Simone and me.
Simone and me?
I was right.
Yes, but how did you know?
Well, it's hard to keep a secret in a town this size.
It's London! 4 million people?
I just know, Sophie. Don't ask me how.
Well, we've only gone out twice. I promise you.
I know.
You know?
Yes.
Have you been spying on me?
No, of course not.
Then how do you know?
It's a sense.
A sense. A sense told you that a woman named Simone lived across the hall from me and that we went to a cottage in the park last night? That's an awfully specific sense.
what now?
Am I terminated?
Terminated?
Yes. Excused. Relieved of my position.
No, why would I leave you?
Well, because I've sinned. What? I've sinned against the church and against humanity.
Humanity? Humanity has bigger fish to fry. It has 2 world wars to prepare for, and disco. No, you and Simone are far down the list of humanity's concerns, believe me.
So, you're not terminating my employment here?
Sophie, the world is filled with people of your sexual inclination. You're Oscar Wilde, for what?
No!
Oh, he's flaming Sophie. No, so grow up. Yeah, listen, no, I'm not terminating your employment. Good heavens.
Thank you, but you must keep this a secret, I beg of you. If it were to become widely known, then Simone and I would both be cast out of the boarding house. We would be ostracized.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
We would! How can you not know that? How long have you lived here? You must know how people feel about such things. I mean, I know you're socially hindered, but you can't be that obtuse.
Obtuse?
Dense, witless.
I know what obtuse means, and socially hindered, is that what you called me?
Was that out of line?
Yes.
Oh, so a liaison with a woman is fine, but describing your faults accurately is out of line.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Please accept my apology.
Damn it!
What's wrong?
You showed your old feistiness just then, and then pulled it back in at the last moment.
My old feistiness?
Yes, that spirit you had way back in the last week.
Mr. Davenport, I don't know what you are talking about. All I ask is that you keep this to yourself.
I liked you back then, last week.
Sir,
All right, Sophie, I will keep your secret. Don't worry.
thank you. Tonight I will end it with Simone, and we will never speak of it again.
And
Yes.
hey,
It was irresponsible of me in the first place. I knew the consequences, and yet I pursued it. It was selfish.
no, it wasn't selfish at all. You were following your heart, hoping for love.
And that was selfish. You followed my brain and not my heart.
Nobody follows their brain where love is concerned. If we followed our brain, it wouldn't be called love. It would be called algebra. You have to give yourself over to your heart, Sophie.
Please, sir. My mind is made up.
I can't believe this, Sophie. There is no need to end it. How will you ever find love if you don't pursue these feelings?
Maybe I wasn't meant to find love. Maybe that's why I'm like this. Maybe God has a higher calling for me than just falling in love.
There is no higher calling.
Shh. Not another word, please.
How's your coffee, sir? Would you like another one?
No, thank you. The coffee's fine.
Really?
Oh, I'll tell you what I would like you to do, Patrick.
Sir?
Hang this over the door, would you? I think we can all use some good luck here today.
I was wondering if you could hang that up, sir. It's been over a week now. I thought you may have forgotten about it.
Oh, well, admittedly, it did get pushed to the back of my mind with everything that's been happening. But I couldn't completely forget about it.
Good.
I wouldn't want to disappoint Jeanette.
Sir?
I said I wouldn't want to disappoint Jeanette. What if she comes into the shop one day and doesn't see that hanging over the door? I expect she'd be very disappointed.
Jeanette.
Yes.
Which Jeanette are you speaking of, sir?
What do you mean, which Jeanette? The one who gave me the horseshoe, your daughter.
Sir, stop.
What?
You're being very insensitive.
Insensitive, quite the contrary. I'm being mindful of the young girl's feelings.
Mr. Davenport, please, why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Talking about Patrick's daughter this way.
I gave you this horseshoe, sir. On my first day here.
No, it was... You gave it to me.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's something else that's changed. It's hard to keep up.
Keep up with what, sir?
Never mind. I'm sorry, Patrick. I thought it was your Jeanette that gave me the horseshoe. Oh, I bought her something. I picked it up last evening after work. It's nothing special, really. It's a jigsaw puzzle, the Tower of London. She'll enjoy that, don't you think?
Mr. Davenport! Stop it!
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Jeanette passed away 2 months ago.
What? I told you that, sir, but you lied to me. I told you that the setback was too much, and I took to my bed. That's why I lost my job at the shipping company.
Jeanette died.
He told you that I was here when he told you.
Died of what?
No one knows for sure, sir. She got weaker and weaker, and none of the doctors could figure out why. But she finally succumbed. I'm afraid so, sir.
No, it was hemolytic uremic syndrome.
What?
Her kidneys. It was her kidneys. Why didn't they know that?
No one knew anything, sir. What makes you think it was her kidneys?
Because I know she shouldn't have died. She should have recovered. She should have been all right.
We all wish for that, sir, but it was not to be.
No, she should have been fine.
Mr. Davenport, please, just
My God,
how could you not remember that?
I can't breathe.
Sir?
I can't breathe. Air. I need some air.
Are you all right, sir?
I need some air. I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm so sorry.
All done, Mr. Davenport.
What's that?
Off you. You'll have proper luck from now on, sir.
Good. Very good.
Are you feeling better, sir? Did the air do you some good?
Yes, it did.
Perhaps a tea would be in order.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Very well, sir.
Patrick,
Sir?
do you enjoy this time?
Enjoy what time, sir?
This time you live in. We live in. You enjoy it?
Not sure I understand the question, sir.
Some of us feel we were born too late. That we belong in a different time.
Well, we don't have a choice, do we, Mr. Davenport? We were born whatever time we were born to. We must accept that time for what it is. Make the best of our time in it. Otherwise, suppose at some point when the world overwhelms us, we all wish we could be in a simpler period.
A simpler period.
Yes. But life did move so fast. We need to let time for one another. Instead of moving from trying to get places faster and faster. Breakneck speeds.
Breakneck speed.
Yes. Right. Sometimes the world moves so fast it's hard to catch your breath. But some of these new automobiles move upwards of 30 miles per hour. It's dizzying. Seems people aren't happy unless they're trying to get there faster. I say, what's the hurry? We should all stand still, only for a moment. Let the world catch up to us. So we can see the beauty in it. If it's only for that one moment, we will still be the better for it.
But what if you went back to that simpler period and discovered that you didn't belong there either? That both the present and the past had great drawbacks. How would that make you feel?
Well, we don't have to worry about that, do we, sir? But there's only the here and the now.
Yes.
The future would be easily placed, perhaps. With medical advances. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
I'll be in the back if you need me, sir. Oh. And make a wish, sir.
What's that?
You were the first to pass under the ocean. You get to make a wish. That's a little wise tale, anyways.
Alicia.
Norman, my mind has been racing ever since I left here. I walked and walked and walked until I didn't know where I was going. And then I had to ask a perfect stranger how to get back here. Well, here I am. And I'm going to do it.
Do what?
I'm going to divorce Stephen.
Really?
Yes, you've convinced me.
No. I don't want to be responsible for that. As I said, it's none of my business. I stuck my nose in where it didn't belong, and I hate it when people do that.
Norman, no one's ever told me that I was strong before. That the idea that I could stand on my own 2 feet in this world never crossed my mind. But I can, and I don't need anyone's doorstep to land on. That being said, however, if it's all right with you, I would eventually like to land on yours. Not right away, of course. I have to find my own legs, but in time, I will come to you, Norman. I will come to you if you'll have me.
Come to me for what purpose?
For the purpose of being together. You said you love me, Norman. Well, I love you too.
You do?
I am besotted.
Besotted?
Completely. From the moment we met, I felt it immediately, but I couldn't say anything for reasons of propriety. But now I have a cheating husband, and my mother did not beget an imbecile. So, to hell with propriety. Look at that! Look how brazen I've become! And I'm shameless. I don't care, Norman. I don't care! There I go. I've done it again! Naughty girl!
Oh, now you're doing this now!
Well, you had better get used to it. We're in for a lifetime of love. Norman, if that's all right with you, you haven't said much. Norman, is that all right with you?
I love you!
You do?
Oh, my greatest hope is to be with you, to share a lifetime of love.
Oh, and we will, Norman. We will. Well, now, I must go and break the news to Stephen. How to do it? The smile, the wagging finger. Maybe I'll just throw a rock through the window with a note tied to it that says, "I'm outside, come wave goodbye." Well, farewell, my love.
Yeah, yes!
I just want to offer my congratulations, sir.
Congratulations on what?
I'm being personal tailor George Bernard Shaw. Sophie just told me about Mr. Shaw coming to be measured for a suit. There, right there in your appointment book. G.B. Shaw.
Oh, yes.
Capital. What is odd?
What is?
The year in your appointment book. 2000 and... Must be a mistake by the printer.
Oh, it must be, yes.
Shocking workmanship, to say the least. Right then, back to work.
Actually,
Sir?
It's not a mistake.
I beg pardon?
The date, it's not a mistake.
I think it is, sir. And a sizable one at that.
It's not a mistake, Patrick. I brought that with me.
Bro, what?
From the 21st century. That's where I'm from.
You're saying you're from...
That's how I know what Jeanette died of. No one else knows that here today, but I do.
You're saying you're from...
The future, yes.
The future! Indeed, sir. Jolly good.
No, I am. And in the 21st century, in that year there, children don't have to die from Jeanette's ailment anymore, or from many other ailments. It is amazing what mankind has accomplished. We have achieved the impossible.
I only wish it were true, sir.
No, it is true. We have miracle drugs. We have medical procedures that boggle the mind.
So, you're not from here?
No, I'm not even from London. I'm from Halifax.
East Yorkshire?
No, Canada.
Canada?
That's right.
In the 21st century?
Yes. You are puzzled, aren't you? I know it's hard to believe, Patrick, but I could barely believe it myself. I'm only telling you this now because I thought if you knew, then you could.
Are you feeling all right, sir?
Yes, quite all right.
Are you sure? Because someone who says he's from the future, well, he wouldn't be in his right mind now.
Would he? Well, I would have thought that last week.
Oh no, sir. He wouldn't. And he might be considered a danger. A concerned citizen might alert the local constabulary, and the gentleman would be locked away for a very long time.
Oh, he would.
A very long time. The prisons are full of such men, sir. Why, he would lose everything. Everything he's ever worked for. Faster than you could say Jack the Ripper. Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Well, let's forget I mentioned it, shall we? It was a joke. Patrick, I was having you on. Yes, you couldn't see through it? Boy, I really had you going there, didn't I?
Indeed you did,
Oh,
sir.
indeed, the future. I had no idea I was such a convincing liar.
Well, it was a very convincing yarn, sir. Very clever indeed.
Indeed. Now, that's enough folly for one morning. Let's get on with this day and make the best of our lives as we know them, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good lad.
Oh, did you make a wish yet?
A wish?
No, shoot.
No, I haven't.
Make it a good one, sir.
Well, Patrick. Your daughter, Jeanette,
What about, sir?
I can't tell you how sorry I am,
Thank you, Mr. Davenport.
but I have a woman who loves me now, and whom I love deeply. You can't expect me to.
What, sir?
Nothing. I'm sorry, Patrick. Carry on.
Very well, sir.
Sophie!
Hi, Norman.
How are you?
Fine. For a Monday morning. How are you?
Never mind me. Are you really fine?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I'm fine. Why?
And Simone?
What about Simone?
Are you and she, fine?
Yeah, we went to a picnic yesterday.
A picnic? Together?
Yes.
Out in public? Oh, good
A paper? I found it outside on the sidewalk in front of the flower shop.
You stole the flower shop's newspaper.
You're welcome.
But what will Mr. Temperley say?
Who?
Temperley, the florist.
The florist's name is Joanne. Okay. I have 2 customers coming for a suit this morning, so could you just stay on my way and let me finish my copy?
Fine. I'll just go over here and read my stolen newspaper. I'm happy for you.
Uh-huh.
For you and Jeanette. And actually what I meant to say was you and Simone.
Norman, is everything all right?
Well, it's not perfect, but it's an improvement.
An improvement over what?
Nothing. I'll just come over here and read my paper.
Okay, fine.
Stolen newspaper.
Fine.
You followed your heart, didn't you?
What?
In the matter of Simone, you followed your heart and not your brain.
Oh, yes, of course.
Good.
If you follow your heart, your brain, it's not love. It's algebra.
What's that?
I said, if you follow your brain, it's not love. It's algebra.
Where did you hear that?
I don't know, somewhere. Are you sure you're fine?
Yes, couldn't be better.
You should find someone.
Hmm?
You should find someone, Norman. A woman. Someone to take care of you before you become an old, doddering fool that makes no sense. And you should hurry.
I don't need anyone.
It's better than being alone.
I've always been alone. I've gotten used to it. In fact, I prefer it.
Really?
Oh yes, romance is for people your age. For the young. At my age, I'm too set in my ways to let anyone else in.
I don't believe that. Romance is for all ages.
You think so?
Definitely.
Well, you think you'd like to see someone my age fall in love?
Yes.
Begin a relationship?
Yes.
Move in together?
Sure.
Have sex?
That went a bridge too far, didn't I?
The truth is, romance I don't think is in the stars for me. Whether I want it or not, it's just not going to happen.
Never say never, Norman.
Well, thank you. I'll keep that hackneyed idiom in mind.
I'll be in the back if you need me.
Oh, by the way, we're putting a door in the front.
We are?
Yes.
When?
Well, just as soon as you find the time. You said you could do it, right? You said you were handy?
Damn right I can do it.
Well, then you'll do it at your leisure.
Oh, the hell at my leisure. I'll get on it right away. We need that door.
Norman,
Oh, good morning, Alicia.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just opened and I was just reading my morning paper. Come in.
Thank you. I won't take up much of your time.
Nonsense. Take up as much time as you wish. Take up a lifetime if you want.
A lifetime.
Oh, it's nothing. Never mind. What can I do for you this morning? How are you?
Oh, very well, all things considered.
Oh, and how is that nasty divorce business going?
Well, the legal machinery's been set into motion. It's just a matter of working out the details now. Divorce is such a messy process.
Yes, well, maybe you should have thrown a rock through a window with a note tied to it that said, "I'm outside, wave goodbye."
I like that.
I knew you would.
Well, we all live our lives in chapters, don't we? This is simply my latest one.
And I look forward to reading it.
Reading it? Oh, Norman, you'll be in it. And that's what brings me to why I'm here. I'm sure you heard about the Bouguereau exhibit.
The Bouguereau exhibit? No, I didn't hear about that.
You didn't? Where have you been?
Well, out of touch.
I see. Well, the exhibit opens this Friday, and I know how you like your nudes.
Yes. No, I didn't say I like my nudes. I said, oh, right, I do like my nudes. Bouguereau's nudes. I like his nudes. All right. I like all nudes.
Have I embarrassed you now?
Well, yes.
Yay. All right, well, the exhibit opens this Friday. It's a special invitation, and I've been given an invitation to bring a guest of my choosing. And, well, I can't go. I was wondering if you would go in my stead.
Oh.
women friends?
Well, I do.
Good.
Many.
Then take one.
I will.
Good.
Good.
Then here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I hope you and your friend enjoy the exhibit.
Oh, we will.
Good. So, that's it then?
I guess it is.
I guess we're done.
Yes.
Enjoy the exhibit.
We will, the both of us. Me and my woman friend.
Good.
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 Have we just had a fight? Because that felt a lot like a husband and wife exchange just there.
I apologize. I'm not myself this morning.
I see. Well, now that you've apologized, it seems less like a husband and wife exchange. So, we're fine then?
We're fine.
I'm glad. Enjoy your day.
Alicia, you know, in a different time, in a different place, you and I might have become
what?
quite enamored of one another.
Enamored, really?
Quite besotted even.
Besotted?
Quite.
Well, I suppose in a different time and a different place, anything's possible.
Yes. And let me reiterate my offer from last week. I'm here whenever you need me, always.
Norman, you're such a good friend indeed.
You don't know what you're missing, lady.
Norman, I was thinking about that new door.
Yes?
I think we should put double doors up there. Something really grandiose. Ostentatious even.
They are the same.
Pardon me?
Grandiose and ostentatious, they are the same.
Are you ever going to stop doing that?
Well, as soon as you learn the language, yes.
Anyways, that's what I think the door should be. Ostentatious.
Fine. Would you care to accompany me to a art exhibit this Friday?
What kind of art?
Paintings,
You'll have to do better than that.
female nudes.
I'm in.
Fine, now let's get this day underway, shall we? We have a business to run.
Right. Oh, look!
What's that?
A ladybug.
What? Where?
There, see?
Oh, so it is.
So cute. Ladybug, ladybug.
All right, back to work.
Norman, how could you?
It's the circle of life. Now off you go.
Good morning, Norman.
No, Patrick. It's Monday. What are you doing here?
Well,
You usually take Jeanette to dialysis on Monday. You still do that, right?
yes, I do.
What's
but
wrong? Is Jeanette all right?
It's fine.
What, is something terrible has happened? What's happened?
Nothing. Her class is going to take her this morning.
Her class.
Yes, one of Jeanette's classmates wants to know more about Jeanette's illness, so they're going to go with her to her dialysis session. School bus came this morning, picked her up, and off they all went.
How about that?
Yes, she's quite the celebrity this morning.
Oh, good for her. So she's doing well.
Very well. We're actually all very encouraged.
That's magnificent news, Patrick. Magnificent news. Oh, I got her something.
What?
It's a jigsaw puzzle. The Tower of London. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I wrapped it.
Very kind. Norman, she'll love it.
No, not at all.
Right then. Here I am to put in a full day's work.
Well, won't that be refreshing? Now, you can start by making a pot of coffee.
Very well.
Good lad. Oh, Patrick. How are you doing?
How am I doing?
Yes, I was wondering how you're doing.
Fine, thank you.
Are you sure?
Fairly certain.
Yes, because some of us feel that we were born too late, that we belong in a different time. I was wondering how you felt.
Well, never thought about it.
Really?
Not once.
Never crossed your mind what it might be like to live in a different century, perhaps?
No.
Amazing. I thought everyone would want that.
Not me.
Really?
Because, I already know what it's like.
Well, what's like?
What it's like to live in a different century.
You do?
Yes. I've known for the past 6 months. Oh, by the way, you were right about what mankind has accomplished. We have achieved the impossible.
What?
You're not the only gentleman whose wishes come true, Mr. Davenport.